Okay, we're going to do an introduction on the SWATCOM Multicom. This is a full duplex communication solution system that allows up to 5 users to talk simultaneously while allowing another 35 personnel to listen in on a conversation. Right, then let's talk about the SWATCOM Multicom handset. And let's initially do a 360 on the device. From the top we have an internal helical aerial. That means it's a fixed aerial and you cannot take it off. Coming down you've got the LCD screen, the programming button and the latching PTT stroke mute button. Flipping it over to its right hand side you have the power on and off, and to the bottom you have the headset portals. Pushing it over to its left you have the volume up and the volume down and the USB charging point. This handset works for 10 hours on a full charge. It works up to 400 meters from the master unit and has an integral battery, a fixed battery, very much like a mobile phone. And that's the handset. Right, then let's talk about the LCD screen. Starting in the top left hand corner you have the signal strength indicator, very much like a mobile phone, and then the top right you have the battery strength indicator. In the centre you have the volume, currently set at 0.2, and if you go volume up you go to a maximum of 0.6 and the minimum level is 0.0. So let's bring it back to 0.3. And then to the right you have the master indicator and the talk indicator. This actual handset is set as the master, GRP00, which I will discuss next. Right, let's talk about the GRP. The GRP effectively is the channel. You have 40 channels available, and like a two-way radio, if you are on channel 1, then all personnel who want to listen in or speak on that channel need to be selected to channel, the same channel. By pressing and holding this button down, you'll get a flash indicator, and that will allow you with the volume control to select up and down on the channel. Channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4, channel 5 and so forth. Let's bring it back to channel 00. And once you've completed your channel, if you leave it for a few seconds, it will come back to stabilising as it comes into volume. So let's talk about the ID function. ID 00 is the master. ID 01 to 04 is transmit and receive. And ID 05 to ID 34 is receive only. So by pressing the control function, waiting for it to flash, press again, come into the ID indicator on the bottom left hand side, and by using the volume up and down you can select what ID you are. So as I said before, ID 00 is master and the master indicator is now on the right hand side. 01 is transmit and receive, 02 transmit and receive, 03 transmit and receive, and 04 transmit and receive. 05 and thereafter to 34 are receive only. So if you select this one to 01, once that calms down and goes back into the volume mode, you are in receive only mode. But by pressing the latching PTT and seeing the word talk come up, you are now transmit and receive. If I go back into the indicator and come back to ID and bring it down to 00, you will see master and talk on the right hand side. That is now selected as the master. Okay, the next function is side tone. Side tone on is SO and side tone off is SF. So what is side tone? Side tone allows you to hear your own voice over the microphone in your ears. So it's muting your ear pickup for your own speech. Again, select the function mode, wait for the flash, second time to ID, and the third time to side tone. Side tone in this instance is off, now it's on. Off, on, off, on. So we leave this one to on. Okay, now let's talk about the transmit mode. There's two transmit positions, PO, which is transmit on, and PF, which is transmit off. What you'll find is, if you're in PF, it disarms the latch-in PTT and mutes your voice, and you cannot arm it until you go back to PO. So in this instance, we have no talk in the bottom right hand corner. Push the button to bring talk in, and we're unable because it is in the PF mode. How do we bring that back into the PO mode, on? Go back to the function mode, wait for it to flash, and go to ID, side tone, and then we see ourselves in PF. Bring ourselves into PO, wait for the sequence to go back into place, and now brings in the latch-in PTT. So push it down, you'll see the talk come in, which means now you are in transmit and receive. Select it again, takes you out of the conversation, hit listen only, hold it back in again, and you're in transmit and receive. It's as simple as that. The next function is the mic sensitivity mode. You have 5 settings, C1 to C5. C1 is where there's no noise, and C5 where there is high noise. In normal working environments, you only need to be on C1. It's about the mic sensitivity and the noise over the microphone. If you're in medium noise, and by what we call industrial medium noise is heavy machinery, you'll probably be in C3, and high noise, including winds, will push you to C5, but that's extremely high noise. How do we select this then? Again, push the function mode, wait for the sequence, go to ID, via ID, via side tone, via transmit mode, and then you come to the sensitivity mode. We're in C5 at the moment. You can bring it down to C1, up again to C2, but by normal running you'll be in C1. And the final mode is audio output level. You have UH for high and UL for low. Low is normal, and what H is really giving you a voice boost, but normal running would be UL. But if you need to go to UH, it's really in relation to going to C4 or C5 on the mic sensitivity, when there is an extremely high amount of background noise that you need that extra volume boost. How do we select this then? Wait for it to flash, go via ID, side tone, transmit, sensitivity, and then you're in UH or UL. So we go back to UL, go through the sequence, and there we have it. That's it, a very quick overview on the SWATCOM Multicom, a very simple system. If you have any further questions, call Talking Headsets